Uh, yeah, so I apologize for not being able to meet with you in person today. It's kind of a continuation of the saga we've been living through, right, for the last 2.5 years.
Yeah,
So,
I think it's rather appropriate because it's sort of a throwback to lockdown. Here we are on Zoom in our homes on a dark and rainy day.
right,
Uh, but uh, we're apparently we are coming out of COVID, but we're not really there yet. So it is very appropriate.
right, right. Yeah, it's a reminder of kind of what we've come through, but also it points at some of the complexity now going forward. Some people are masking, other people aren't. Workplaces are inviting us to come in all 2 days a week. Some cases they want all of us in on the same day now, and I'm imagining that's going to start to spread. That we'll be there maybe 4 days a week. Possibly we may lose that at-home day. That we are hoping is gets preserved at least 1 or 2 days at home through all this.
Well, I've been working 4 days a week since last September. So yeah, that's and it's May now, so it's almost a complete semester year for me.
Right.
And so living with COVID is possible. and you just with minor changes, I have been able to work 4 days a week for quite some time now. And I just think that's how we're going to proceed moving forward. And in the end, there are the benefits of COVID, taking care of yourself,
Right.
making sure that, you're not going to get sick, and being more conscious and caring of other people. So COVID did have its advantages, and yeah, you can call that a really big change, I guess,
Right.
right? So adapting to change is the theme of our video, and was the question that we asked how many years ago now?
Oh my
Is
gosh,
it?
I think it's like 2 years ago that we sat together and we really asked the question because I think we were right in that crucial moment, recognizing a change is needed. We had no conception of how it was going to happen. Little did we know the pandemic itself was going to be the impetus for a lot of change that we're seeing today. But at the time, we really weren't clearly seeing how society around us was going to be able to adapt and adjust.
Yeah, it was a really in-depth conversation that we had, because we had been working together for a couple of years, I think, trying to make change happen and wrapping our heads on what type of change needs to happen, and how do you do that through osmosis. And what happened that day when we were talking about it, we were about to witness a lot of irony, because what happened was change came to us. And we didn't know what was in store, but it was just very ironic that we that came together and started having that conversation. And so what that gave us, it gave us this opportunity to actually witness change happening before our eyes, because it had to happen so rapidly, and people had to do it if they wanted to overcome COVID, to survive, to protect their families, to protect
Right.
their livelihood. So it was like a little laboratory that was just unfolding.